Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, in this tutorial we're gonna do the V Puff Stitch. It's a very easy stitch to do, but whatever you choose to do with this stitch, well, expect to be prepared with a lot of yarn, because this is like a pit with no bottom. It's gonna take a lot of yarn. This is the front and this is the back. I did this yarn is a little bit thick, but I did with one that it's a little bit, let's say, thinner. So it looks like this. I think it's nice to make shawls, blankets, even cardigans if you like. Okay, this stitch works with multiples of 3 plus 2 more. So I chain my multiples of 3, and now I'm gonna chain 2 more. And now we're gonna skip the first five chains. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and in the sixth chain from the hook, yarn over the hook, and we're gonna go in there in that sixth chain, pull up a loop. We're gonna do the puff. Pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go back again into the same chain, pull up a loop. You should have 7 loops. So yarn over the hook, and go back again into the same chain and pull up a loop. Make sure that they're tall enough, the loops, that we can go through it, and then pull the yarn through all those loops, then chain 2, yarn over the hook, and now we're gonna go back again into the same chain where we did this puff, and we're gonna do another puff. So pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go back again, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go back again, and pull up a loop. You should have 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Grab the yarn and pull the yarn through all these loops, and then chain 1. And now we're gonna skip two chains. You're gonna have to be careful, because doing so many things in one chain, it's gonna pull the next chain and gonna miss the count. So we're gonna skip 2, 1, 2, and in the third we're gonna do the same. We're gonna do the puff. So yarn over the hook, go in there, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go back in there and pull up a loop. Go back again and pull another loop. 2, 4, 6, 7. You're gonna go 3 times inside the chain, and 3 times you're gonna put the yarn over the hook. So we're gonna chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back again into the same chain where we did that puff, and we're gonna do another puff stitch. Like I said, 3 times you're gonna put the yarn over the hook, and 3 times you're gonna go inside. Chain 1, and again we're gonna skip 2, 1, 2, and in the third we're gonna do the same. We go in there and we do a puff stitch. Well, it's very easy, but in the same time it's a little bit difficult with if the loops are not and chain 2, if the loops are not tall enough, otherwise you're going to struggle going in passing the yarn. So again we're gonna go back into the chain, and we're gonna do a puff, pull the yarn through all those loops, chain 1. Now we're gonna skip, it kind of give a pull like this, and you're gonna see the chain that it's kind of hiding. So we're gonna skip 2, 1, 2 chains, and in the third we're gonna do the same. Yarn over the hook, go back into the chain in there, go into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go into the chain again, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go back again into the chain and pull up a loop. You have 7 loops. Grab the yarn and pull the yarn through all these 7 loops, and then chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back again into the same chain where we did this, and we do another puff. This is gonna eat a lot of yarn, but it looks so nice. So pull the yarn through all those loops, chain 1, yarn over the hook, and again we're gonna skip 2, 1, 2, and in the third chain we're gonna do the same. Well, the first row it's a little bit difficult, because you don't have much material to grab on. Then chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back again into the same chain where we did this puff, and we do another puff. Okay, pull the yarn through all those loops, chain 1, and now you have remaining only 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the, you're gonna skip 1 chain, and in the last chain, yarn over the hook, we're gonna do a double crochet. Oopsie. Okay. Okay, this stitch has only 2 rows repeat. It's gonna look like this. So now we're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and we're gonna do a single crochet in this space between this puff and this double crochet. It's that space here. Go in that space and do a single crochet, and now we have these 2 puffs and the chains 2 between them. So we're gonna go in that space, in this 2 chain space, and we're gonna do 3 single crochets. So go in there. It's important to do 3 single crochets. So go back in again in that space, do the second single crochet, go back again and do the third, and then you're gonna place a single crochet between the space between the puffs. In here you're gonna do a single crochet, and now you move to the space between the puffs and you do 3 single crochets. Then you're gonna place a single crochet in that space between the puffs, and again you're gonna place 3 single crochets in that 2 chain that it separated the puffs, and then you're gonna move into this space, do a single crochet, move to the space between the the puffs. Yeah, it's important to put 3 single crochets in that 2 chain space. Okay, and now we reach the end. We have the 5 chains that we skipped in the beginning. So you're gonna go into the space here and do a single crochet, and then you're gonna have to find the 3rd chain or the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4th, and go into that 4th chain and do a single crochet, then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time you're gonna have to repeat the row with the puffs. You're gonna chain 4 at the end. Yeah, so now that's why I said it's important to do the 3 single crochet inside those 2 puffs and the 2 chain space, because now we're gonna find the one in the middle, the single crochet in the middle. Yeah, so this is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You're gonna go into the 2nd. Yeah, so go in there and yarn over the hook, and we're gonna do a puff. Yeah, okay, that one, it's always, if you don't leave this a little bit loose, you're gonna struggle. So go into this 3rd single crochet that we did and do a puff. Okay, chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back again into that same stitch where we did this puff, and we're gonna do another puff. Okay, chain 1, and then again you're gonna move to the next cluster of puffs, let's say, and find the 3rd one. So this is the 1st, this is the 2nd. So in the 2nd, you're gonna go the one in the middle, you're gonna go in there, and we're gonna do the puff. They're always gonna be on top of each other, the puffs. Chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back into the same stitch where we did this puff, and we do another puff. Chain 1, and again you're gonna move to the next cluster of puffs, and you find the one in the middle, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. This one, the 2nd one, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna do a puff. Okay, chain 2, yarn over the hook, and we go back again into the same stitch and we do another puff. It's very easy. It's just you have to be very careful, make sure that you put 3 single crochets in that, otherwise. Chain 1, yarn over the hook, move to the next cluster of puffs, find the one in the middle, this one, and go in there and place a puff. Chain 2, yarn over the hook and go back again into the same stitch and do another puff. Well, that's why it's called the V puff. Chain 1, and then again yarn over the hook, move to the next cluster of puffs, find the one in the middle, the single crochet, and do a puff. Chain 2, yarn over the hook and go back again into the same stitch and do another puff. Chain 1, and then we skip 2 and we have the chains that we the single crochet that we had in the beginning. So you're gonna go in there and you're gonna do a double crochet. Okay, chain 1, and now we're gonna repeat the row with the single crochet. So the first space here, you're gonna go into that space and do a single crochet, and then you're gonna move to the cluster of puffs, the chain 2 that separates them, and you're gonna place in here in this space 3 single crochets. It's very important, otherwise when you have to do the puff next time, if you don't put 3, you have to go back. So we're gonna place a single crochet here in this space, move to the next cluster of puffs and put 3 single crochets in there, a single crochet in that space, and so on. It's very easy, it's very, well, I should stop saying relaxing. How many did I did here? Okay. Now, oops. Yeah, it's easy if you not well, it's a little bit you have to concentrate on the stitch. And you place a single crochet here, and you move to the next cluster of puffs, and in the space here you place 3 single crochets, and so on. It's very, very easy, and you're gonna repeat these 2 rows. So you have the chain 4 that we did. You're gonna go into the space, you place a single crochet, and then you find the 4th chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go in there and you do a single crochet, if it's gonna let me. Okay, and then you're gonna have to repeat the row with the puffs, and each time you're gonna do 4 chains at the end, and you turn your work, and so on. You're gonna move first to the cluster of puffs here, and then find the one in the middle, which is this one. Yeah, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Yarn over the hook, go on the middle single crochet, and do a puff. It's like this. It's very simple, it's very easy. Chain 2, yarn over the hook and go back into the stitch and do another puff, and so on. Chain 1, and you're gonna move again to the cluster of the puffs, and you find the one in the middle. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You skip the 1st one, and then the one in the middle, you're gonna do the same. Go in there and do a puff stitch, or you do a puff. How many? 2, 4, 6, 7. Chain 2, and again yarn over the hook and go back into the same stitch and do a puff, and so on. Chain 1, and when you reach the end, you're gonna do a double crochet at the end, yeah, in here. So kind of that's it. It's very easy, it's very relaxing, but, well, again, relaxing. But you're gonna have to be ready with a lot of yarn, even for a scarf, yeah, because it's eating a lot. Well, I don't know if I like so much with such a thin, thick yarn. Yeah, I think more this a little bit thinner, the yarn. but it's very easy to make, and it looks nice, especially for a shawl, or even a, I don't know, it has holes in it. I don't know if a blanket it's okay, but I think for spring or autumn, you know, a blanket will be nice. You're not gonna boil in it if you put it on you. Yeah, this is the V Puff Stitch. It's very easy, so give it a try. Okay, thank you for watching.